Many homeowners want to find out if their investment in an alarm will help reduce their chances of being a victim of burglary. But before I get to that, I want it to be known that unfortunately the threat of being a victim of burglary is very real. Single-family homes are the target of most burglaries. And unfortunately, out of all the burglaries performed here in the United States, 66% of them are residential. And the majority of those occur when most homeowners are out at work. Not only is this disheartening, but also the frequency at which these break-ins occur, and that is every 15 seconds throughout the United States. So, now that we know this, again, going back to the question, does an alarm help to reduce your chances of becoming a victim of burglary? To shed some light on this, I looked up a study by Dr. Simon Hakim over at Temple University, and this study was done in Greenwich, Connecticut. It essentially confirmed what I initially thought. And to go over some of these findings here, I've broken them down. What they found is that when an alarm is used in combination with deterring, preventative, and managerial measures, the likelihood of a break-in was reduced by 66%. What this means is if you take common sense everyday activities to make sure you don't get broken into, like locking your doors, locking your windows, making sure the foliage in your front lawn is nice and neat so that nobody can use it as a cover to enter into your home. You work all these things together, and the chances of you becoming a victim are greatly reduced. Your loss also is greatly reduced with an alarm. Look at the difference between a loss with alarm and without. This difference here really shows you that the investment in an alarm is worth it. And what I've noticed with many of my customers who have been broken into even after they purchased the alarm is that the loss really doesn't amount to even what you see there, the lowest at $3,266. Many of them, the door will just get kicked in, the siren goes off, and this burglar just flees. They know the cops are coming, and they have a short amount of time to do anything, so they'd rather flee than get caught. The other thing that's found is that your location really matters. The closer you are to a main road, your chances of being broken into are reduced. You're near a main road and you've got your alarm, your chances of being broken into are reduced even further. And this disparity between you being a target and the chances of it increases when you move further away from the main roads. So if you live further away from the main road, let's say on a back road somewhere, and you don't have an alarm, your chances of being a victim increase 5 times versus your neighbor who has an alarm. Another study done essentially says the same things the previous study did. However, this study was much more comprehensive. And what was found in this study of a 5-year period is that there is a direct correlation of alarms and reduced burglary. Meaning, you have an alarm, your chances of being burglarized, reduced. Guaranteed. They also saw that neighborhoods with a high percentage of alarms would experience less burglaries. So if you lived in the neighborhood area where a lot of your neighbors have alarms, they're helping you. Now granted, if a break-in is going to occur in that neighborhood, what do you think the burglar is going to do? Attack the home with an alarm or the other without? Well, if you're banking on not being broken into because of your neighbors, I think you're being sorely mistaken. While there is a saturation effect due to everybody having an alarm, you still become the target, unfortunately, in this instance. But I think all this data I've shown here over these 2 studies clearly shows that you having the alarm will make you much less of a target to a would-be burglar. So, I'd like to know your thoughts on what I've just said here, on what I've shown you. Feel free to send me an email or visit the blog. Contact me any way you see here. I'd really like to know your thoughts. Thank you for watching.